Hey, beautiful people. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're feeling great. If not, it's okay. This too shall pass, and I'm sending extra love and light your way. I just had a download that I wanted to share. So I had just saw, I don't even know what I had thought about before this, but it's like I was shown a scene from the movie Aquaman 2, the second one, and it was like the last, like almost the very end when they were all standing on that the ice, and Aquaman's brother, what was his name? Oh, Orm. Orm was saying to him like um he told him to follow his intuition, and he said like, tell him like he is fit to be a king. Like, he was like, you choose to do the right thing even when doing the wrong thing is easier to do, right? So like kind of commend him for having integrity. And then he was like, and you're not afraid to ask for help even from when you're, your worst enemy, right? Because they were enemies in the first one, because they fought and he ended up getting locked up. And then, I mean, you just have to watch the movie. For those, if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. So, but I feel like that's significant. But what kind of stuck out to me more is, for some of y'all, I feel like you could possibly, the message is um, to like work on being more open. Because the part I feel like is significant is when he said, you're not scared, or it's like you don't mind asking for help, right? And I feel like what I pick up intuitively is, for some of y'all, it's like you could be the type that you don't like to ask for help. or it could be pride, or I mean, maybe it could be that you don't want nobody in your business, or I don't know. It's because I'm getting pride, because I'm seeing it in my mind's eye now again. So I don't know. For some of y'all, it could be pride, and then maybe it could be you. I just saw vulnerability in my mind's eye. So I guess in order to receive it, you're kind of like have to be in a more vulnerable state, or vulnerable energy, I should say. Um, and then maybe that's what it is, right? Because I just saw the word trust in my mind's eye. So I don't know. For some of y'all, it could just be that you don't trust no damn body. So you're like, I'm not going to you for help, because hell, you might try to manipulate me, or you know, who knows? People, because I just saw the word nosy too. So some of y'all, I mean, maybe you don't like people in your business too, so that's why you. And maybe there's certain people that you don't ask because you know they're nosy or something like that. I don't know, but I feel like that's significant though. So I don't know. I feel like some of y'all, you're givers. You're good at giving, but you may not be that good at receiving. So it's like, I don't know. It's like um, we're being called to work on that in the collective. Like, work on like being in that receiving energy, right? Because when you, like, if you're trying to manifest something, you you have to be in um a more passive, laid back energy. Like, if whatever it is, like if you're trying to manifest a car, a house, a lover, whatever it is, like if you keep focusing, or you keep putting all the energy trying to make it happen, right? So it's like it's like you're like forcing yourself, like you're forcing the energy, right? So you're operating in that masculine energy, but it's kind of like you need to be in that feminine energy in order to receive. So it's like we end up kind of blocking ourselves, because it's like we're just operating in that doer energy, right? Instead of being a receiver. So I don't know. That's for somebody, but I do feel like it also has to do with like even feeling comfortable enough to trust somebody, you know what I'm saying, with your information or whatever it is that you could need help with, or and it may not even need be like help with anything, but it's, I mean, sometimes, you know, you just may need to talk to somebody, right? And you may not have that, or you may not feel like you don't have anyone that you trust to talk to, right? Um, and in that case, just talk to God. I mean, a lot of times, y'all, when people talk, or when they talk about their problems, a lot of times they really just want to vent. They not. I feel like deep down inside, a lot of us, we know what we need to do when it comes to situations, right? And people, whatever. But it's just talking to someone allows you to hear yourself out loud, right? Because at the end of the day, you your soul knows what to do, right? It's just a matter of getting a balance between your soul, right, and your conscious mind, so you could become aware of it. So, okay, my bad, y'all. I had to pause the video. Um, but yeah, but hearing yourself talk out loud, it's like that triggers something in your soul. It like it helps awaken your soul. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so some people just need to talk to somebody. Um, but like I said, someone may not feel comfortable um, making themselves vulnerable enough to do that, right? And then sometimes I feel like in those cases, God will send people along our path, right? So it was this, matter of fact, this was just yesterday, actually the day before yesterday. And the crazy part is, y'all, I told myself I was just gonna go home, but damn, I really want a sandwich from Subway. So I ended up going, and there was an older man working a cashier. Um, so once I was like checking out, like he was talking, I was like, "Are you from Jamaica?" Because he had an accent or whatever, and he was like, "Yeah." It seemed like he got kind of excited when I when I asked him that. And long story short, like started talking to me, and then he ended up talking about his dad, and like in the middle of that, of him talking about his dad, it's like I don't it just it's like a burst of intense emotions just came over him. And like in the middle of the store, it was just us because the other customers had left. He just started crying in the store, y'all. And because he said his dad had just he said next month will make 2 years that his dad passed away. um but I felt like that was divinely guided. I felt like God sent me there, right? Because a lot of times, not all the time, right? It just depends on how in tune you are with yourself. We can kind of sense when somebody is safe and someone's not safe, right? Because that happens to me a lot. Like, like, because I work in the customer service a lot, and I've always, like, a lot of times I've had people cry in front of me, and I guess maybe they could just feel that I'm not going to judge them, and I don't know, but I feel like that guy, he needed that. It could be that he didn't have anyone in his life where he could allow himself to be vulnerable in that moment. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's something that he really needs to release, because like he was just talking normal, y'all, and it's like, I mean, he just busted out crying, and I was just like, at first I was like, is he joking? And that's why I was like, oh no, he's really crying. It just, so you could tell he's been holding that in for a long time, and he just needed to release it. So I don't know, maybe this is for somebody. I don't know, it's like somebody needs to, I don't know, like release some energy, right? And if you don't have any trusted people around you, go to God. Go to God, y'all, and then God will send the right people along your path to help you. You know, you don't have to figure everything out by yourself. So, anyways, this was just quick message. Y'all stay prayed up, stay blessed up, and I'll catch you in another video. Peace, love, and light.